Welcome to a captivating exploration of one of New Zealand's most extraordinary numismatic treasures, the ultra-rare 20-cent coin without a mint mark. Revered for its beauty, mystery, and cultural depth, this remarkable coin has become a coveted piece among collectors worldwide, symbolizing both artistic mastery and historical intrigue within New Zealand's coinage legacy. First up, among the most captivating treasures of New Zealand numismatics is the elusive 1975 20-cent coin without a mint mark, a piece that has fascinated collectors for decades with its subtle beauty, remarkable craftsmanship, and mysterious rarity. While at first glance it resembles other circulating coins of the era, connoisseurs recognize it as one of the most desirable examples in the series. Its scarcity and historical resonance have made it a prized acquisition, often fetching values starting around $1,200 and reaching up to $4,800 at major numismatic auctions depending on its grade and luster. For serious collectors of Commonwealth coinage, this coin stands as a testament to the artistry and technical precision of New Zealand's minting history. The year 1975 was an important transitional moment in New Zealand's economic and cultural story, occurring in the midst of global monetary shifts and changing national identity. The 20-cent coin, first introduced in 1967 as part of the country's move to decimal currency, carried a sense of progress and modernization. However, by 1975, only a limited number were struck, and among them, the specimens lacking a mint mark are exceedingly rare. These no-mark issues are believed to have been produced under specific minting circumstances, perhaps test runs or small-scale circulation trials, making them especially intriguing. Their production coincided with broader discussions about coinage reform and efficiency, marking this variant as an unintentional artifact of a changing minting process. The design of the 1975 20-cent coin remains one of the most graceful and distinctly New Zealand pieces of its time. The obverse proudly features the youthful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, a hallmark of Commonwealth coinage. On the reverse, the magnificent image of a Maori carving known as Pukaki, a revered Ngati Wako chief from Rotorua, commands attention. This intricate carving reflects New Zealand's deep respect for its indigenous heritage, symbolizing strength, wisdom, and guardianship. Struck in copper-nickel with a diameter of 28.58 millimeters and a weight of 11.31 grams, the coin has both visual balance and tactile appeal. In uncirculated condition, the mirrored surfaces and sharply defined reliefs highlight the skill of the engravers and the high standards of production achieved during that era. Rarity has always been the cornerstone of the 1975 no-mint mark 20-cent coin. Desirability. While millions of standard 20-cent coins circulated during the 1970s, those without mint marks form a mysterious minority, with only a small number verified by major grading services. Many experts speculate that these coins may have been early production strikes or limited experimental issues, perhaps even produced at a different facility than originally intended. Because no official records explicitly confirm their production quantity, the exact figure remains uncertain, but their absence in circulation and infrequency in auction catalogs speak volumes. High-grade examples, especially those preserved in near-mint or proof-like condition, are exceedingly difficult to obtain and often form the centerpiece of advanced New Zealand coin collections. The market for this rare 1975 issue has remained robust for decades, with steady appreciation driven by scarcity and collector enthusiasm. Well-preserved specimens generally command prices between $1,500 and $4,200, though coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC have occasionally surpassed these figures. The increasing global demand for Commonwealth coinage, particularly coins featuring distinctive indigenous motifs, has further enhanced their value. Numismatic trends show that collectors from Australia, the United Kingdom, and Canada have shown growing interest in New Zealand rarities, elevating the 20-cent piece to international recognition. Its price trajectory mirrors that of other scarce decimal issues, slow, steady, and resilient against economic fluctuations, making it both a cultural and financial investment. For collectors seeking to acquire this treasure, knowledge and patience are key. Always verify authenticity through reputable numismatic channels and insist on certification when purchasing higher-value specimens. Examine the details on Pukaki's carving and the Queen's portrait to assess strike sharpness and surface preservation, two elements critical to valuation. Coins that have retained their original mint sheen, with minimal signs of handling, are especially prized. Storage should be in climate-controlled environments, ideally within inert plastic capsules to prevent tunning or corrosion. Joining specialized numismatic communities or participating in regional auctions often provides the best opportunity to secure authentic examples and exchange expertise with seasoned collectors. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1975 20-cent coin without a mint mark embodies the spirit of New Zealand's evolving identity in the 20th century, a union of heritage, monarchy, and modern minting. It serves as a small yet profound reminder of the balance between technological precision and cultural respect that defines the nation's coinage. Each surviving example tells a silent story of meticulous craftsmanship and unintentional rarity, a combination that few modern coins can match. Whether displayed in a museum or held in a private collection, it radiates both artistic and historical significance. In the end, the 1975 New Zealand 20-cent coin, without a mint mark, stands as far more than a collectible. It is a tangible slice of history that unites design, mystery, and national pride. Its sustained demand among collectors worldwide reinforces its place among the great rarities of modern decimal coinage. As interest in vintage Commonwealth issues continues to grow, so too does the prestige of this understated gem. For those fortunate enough to own it, the coin represents not just a numismatic investment, but a legacy piece that bridges generations, its beauty and scarcity ensuring its value for decades to come. Next up, the 1982 New Zealand 20-cent coin, without a mint mark, stands as one of the most fascinating and valuable anomalies in the nation's modern coinage history. While it shares the same design as the standard 20-cent pieces of the time, this rare no-mark variant has become a symbol of minting mystery and collector prestige. It attracts intense demand from both local and international numismatists, with high-grade examples commanding between $1,100 and $4,600, depending on their state of preservation and certification. Its understated appearance conceals its significance, making it one of those elusive treasures that remind collectors why the thrill of discovery remains alive in the world of coin collecting. The early 1980s marked a period of quiet transition for New Zealand's economy and minting standards. The 20-cent denomination, which had been introduced in 1967 during decimalization, continued as a widely circulated coin. Yet the 1982 issue introduced a subtle twist. During this year, New Zealand's coins were struck primarily by the Royal Mint in London, but it is believed that a very limited batch, possibly test strikes or pre-production coins, were produced without the standard mint mark. This absence of a mint identifier gives the 1982 no-mark issue its aura of intrigue. Emerging in an era defined by precise minting records and automated production, the existence of such a variant suggests an extraordinary deviation, possibly resulting from early test runs or transitional errors during die preparation. The artistry of the 1982 20-cent coin embodies the balance between traditional design and national symbolism that defines New Zealand's decimal series. The obverse features Arnold Machin's elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, her youthful features rendered with dignity and refinement. The reverse showcases the intricately detailed image of Pukaki, a Maori chief of Great Mana, whose carved likeness remains one of the most culturally significant depictions in the nation's numismatic legacy. The coin's composition, copper-nickel alloy weighing 11.31 grams and measuring 28.58 millimeters in diameter, ensures durability while maintaining a bright metallic luster. In pristine mint-state condition, the surfaces display sharp definition and minimal abrasions, with the smooth fields reflecting light like a mirror, especially when preserved in uncirculated or proof-like quality. The scarcity of the 1982 no-mint mark 20-cent coin arises from a perfect storm of minting rarity and low survival rate. Only a handful of verified examples have appeared in auctions or private collections, leading experts to believe that its mintage was extremely limited, possibly numbering in the low hundreds or even fewer. Some speculate these coins were trial strikes never intended for public circulation, but somehow entered the market. Their rarity is compounded by the fact that most circulated coins from the early 1980s suffered from heavy wear, leaving high-grade specimens exceptionally hard to find. Coins retaining full original luster and sharp detail, especially around the Queen's hairline and the Pukaki carving, are valued exponentially higher than those showing signs of circulation. In today's numismatic market, the 1982 20-cent piece without a mint mark occupies a highly respected place among serious collectors. Depending on condition, prices range from $1,300 for lightly circulated examples to $4,500 or more for coins in uncirculated or certified mint-state grades. Record sales at specialist auctions in Wellington and Sydney have reinforced the coin's status as a blue-chip collectible, with buyers drawn to its blend of aesthetic quality, rarity, and cultural resonance. Its steady appreciation reflects broader trends in the Commonwealth coin market, where low-mintage anomalies and transitional errors consistently outperform conventional issues. As interest in Pacific and Oceania coinage continues to grow, this 1982 rarity is projected to remain a top performer among modern-era collectibles. For collectors hoping to secure this elusive coin, diligence and verification are paramount. Since counterfeits occasionally surface, authentication by recognized grading services such as PCGS, NGC, or the New Zealand Numismatics Society is strongly recommended. When examining raw coins, look for precise strike details and absence of a mint mark under magnification, typically below the Queen's portrait or in areas where marks are expected. Preservation is essential. These coins should be stored in airtight, acid-free capsules away from humidity and direct light to prevent surface tunning or discoloration. Attending numismatic fairs, monitoring reputable online auctions, and networking with regional collectors often provide the best chances of discovery. The beauty of the 1982 no-mark 20-cent coin lies not only in its rarity, but in its quiet embodiment of New Zealand's evolving identity. The Pukaki design connects the coin to indigenous artistry and national pride, while the absence of a mint mark symbolizes an era when even small minting irregularities could create future legends. Each surviving specimen stands as a tangible record of technical experimentation and cultural continuity, merging the mechanical precision of modern minting with the unpredictability that makes coin collecting so compelling. Ultimately, this remarkable coin has transcended its humble 20-cent face value to become a cherished artifact of New Zealand's monetary history. Its enduring appeal lies in its blend of craftsmanship, mystery, and historical resonance, a coin that bridges art and era, heritage and happenstance. As collectors continue to seek examples of unrecorded or transitional issues, the 1982 20-cent coin without a mint mark remains a shining example of how a simple piece of metal can capture the imagination and appreciation of generations. For those fortunate enough to own it, it represents not just financial value, but a small piece of New Zealand's story. etched forever in silvered copper and legend. Next up, among the most captivating and mysterious modern issues in New Zealand's decimal coinage is the 1988 20-cent coin without a mint mark, a piece that has earned legendary status among collectors for its combination of rarity, subtlety, and historical intrigue. While at first glance it seems identical to the standard circulation coins of the same year, numismatists recognize it as one of the most elusive variants in the nation's monetary history. Its scarcity and enigmatic background have turned it into a centerpiece for serious collectors, often selling for $1,400 to as much as $4,700 in top-grade certified condition. It represents not only a tangible slice of New Zealand's minting story, but also an enduring symbol of how minute differences can elevate a common coin into an extraordinary collectible. The 1980s were a transformative era for New Zealand's economy and coinage production. During 1988, the Royal Mint in London and the Royal Australian Mint both played roles in supplying coinage for New Zealand, as the local mint at that time lacked full-scale independent production facilities. This shared responsibility sometimes led to subtle die and strike variations, and it is within this context that the no-mint mark 20-cent coin was born. Most pieces from that year bear distinctive mint identifiers. However, a very small number were struck using dies that omitted the mint mark altogether, likely the result of an early die preparation error or transitional test strike. These unmarked coins quietly entered circulation, unnoticed for years, before sharp-eyed collectors discovered their significance, setting off a wave of excitement in the numismatic community. The coin itself is a masterwork of balanced design and cultural symbolism. On the obverse, the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf, conveys regal elegance and continuity with the Commonwealth tradition. The reverse showcases the enduringly admired carving of Pukaki, the Maori chief from Rotorua, his features deeply etched with cultural pride and artistry. Struck in copper-nickel alloy with a diameter of 28.58 millimeters and weighing 11.31 grams, the coin has a silvery sheen that catches the light beautifully in uncirculated examples. What sets the 1988 issue apart visually is its clean, uncluttered field, devoid of the mint mark that would normally identify its place of origin, creating an aesthetic that feels both minimalist and mysterious. The rarity of the 1988 20-cent no-mint mark coin is the defining factor behind its elevated status. Numismatic research suggests that only a few hundred pieces may exist, possibly fewer, as no official documentation has ever confirmed their exact mintage. Many believe these coins were the result of an experimental run meant to test dies or planchets before full production commenced. Because they were indistinguishable to the general public, most entered circulation and suffered heavy wear, leaving only a handful of pristine examples for collectors today. Uncirculated coins showing complete details in the Queen's crown and sharp carving lines on Pukaki's face are exceptionally rare, making condition a decisive element in determining value. Market interest in this coin has grown steadily over the past 2 decades, fueled by increasing global attention on rare Commonwealth and Oceania coinage. High-grade examples certified by NGC or PCGS routinely achieve values between $1,600 and $4,500, depending on strike quality, luster, and eye appeal. Occasionally, well-documented specimens from old New Zealand collections have surpassed those figures in private sales. Auction houses in Auckland and Sydney have reported competitive bidding wars for top-tier pieces, a sign that the demand for these numismatic anomalies is expanding beyond local borders. This consistent appreciation mirrors the broader pattern in world coin collecting, where minting irregularities and limited-run variants often outperform conventional coins in long-term investment value. For collectors seeking to add this rarity to their portfolio, expertise and vigilance are indispensable. Genuine examples should exhibit all normal details of the 1988 design, but lack any visible mint mark beneath the effigy. Coins with strong strikes, minimal abrasions, and full mint luster are the most desirable. Certification through reputable grading services not only ensures authenticity, but also protects investment value, as provenance plays a crucial role in determining price. Collectors are advised to purchase through established numismatic dealers or recognized auction platforms, and to store the coin in airtight, inert capsules to prevent oxidation or discoloration over time. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1988 no-mint mark 20-cent coin carries deep cultural and historical resonance. It encapsulates a moment when New Zealand's identity, technology, and artistry converged, producing a coin that tells a story of transition and national pride. The continued fascination with Pukekohe's image underscores the respect for Maori heritage within the nation's artistic and numismatic traditions, while the missing mint mark serves as a metaphor for the unpredictability and charm of coin collecting itself. In conclusion, the 1988 New Zealand 20-cent coin, without a mint mark, remains one of the most coveted treasures in modern Australasian numismatics. Its blend of aesthetic grace, historical mystery, and extreme scarcity ensures that it will continue to command admiration and premium prices for years to come. Whether viewed as a symbol of minting perfection or an unintentional masterpiece, it represents the very essence of why collectors pursue rare coins. The thrill of owning something that connects history, artistry, and rarity in a single, gleaming disc of metal. Next up, among the most enigmatic and prized treasures of New Zealand's modern numismatic landscape is the 1989 20-cent coin without a mint mark, a coin that has grown in stature and desirability over time due to its extraordinary scarcity and fascinating backstory. While countless 1989 20-cent coins circulated widely across the nation, a select few emerged without any trace of a mint mark, an anomaly that instantly distinguishes them from the standard issues. These unmarked examples have become symbols of quiet perfection and minting mystery, captivating both domestic collectors and international specialists. In pristine, certified condition, they command prices ranging from $1,200 to $4,600, depending on the sharpness of the strike, original luster, and verified authenticity. Today, this coin stands as a crown jewel in New Zealand's decimal-era collecting scene. The late 1980s marked an important phase of transition in New Zealand's monetary history. During 1989, the nation's coinage was still being struck primarily overseas, notably by the Royal Mint in London and occasionally by the Royal Australian Mint, due to local minting limitations. It was a period characterized by experimentation, improved die technology, and refinements to coin quality. Within this environment, a small batch of 20-cent coins was reportedly struck without a mint mark, perhaps as test pieces, die trials, or internal quality control specimens. Their existence underscores a fascinating chapter in minting practice, as New Zealand prepared to modernize its coinage systems ahead of the 1990s, when new production processes and standards would gradually emerge. As such, the 1989 no-mark coin has become both a technical curiosity and a cultural artifact. The design of the 1989 20-cent coin continues the celebrated visual tradition that had come to define New Zealand's decimal coinage. The obverse features Raphael Maklouf's elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, introduced in the mid-1980s, capturing regal refinement with soft contours and high relief. On the reverse is the magnificent image of Pukekohe, the carved wooden figure representing a revered Maori chief of Ngati Wako heritage. Every detail of the carving, from the swirling moko tattoo to the proud expression, symbolizes the preservation of indigenous artistry within national identity. Struck in durable copper-nickel alloy, the coin weighs 11.31 grams and measures 28 58 millimeters across, sturdy yet aesthetically balanced. In immaculate condition, its bright silver tone and mirror-like surfaces elevate its visual appeal, while the absence of the mint mark creates a rare sense of minimalism and intrigue. Rarity is the lifeblood of any collectible, and in the case of the 1989 no mint mark 20-cent coin, rarity borders on mythic. Only a handful of verified specimens have surfaced through reputable numismatic channels, leading experts to estimate that perhaps fewer than 200 examples exist, with only a small fraction surviving in mint-state condition. It is thought that most of these unmarked coins entered circulation unnoticed, slowly vanishing into the pockets of the public. Those that survived often show wear, making fully uncirculated examples the true stars of the collector's market. The slightest imperfection, be it bag marks, tone spots, or soft strikes, can significantly affect value, emphasizing the premium placed on coins that remain crisp, lustrous, and undamaged since minting. The market for this ultra-rare 20-cent piece has demonstrated impressive stability and gradual appreciation. Well-preserved circulated coins have sold for around $1,300 to $2,000, while superb mint-state examples authenticated by NGC or PCGS regularly achieve upwards of $4,500 at specialized auctions. Its market trajectory mirrors that of other Commonwealth minting anomalies: consistent demand, limited supply, and a collector base increasingly international in scope. Interestingly, its rarity has begun to attract the attention of not just traditional numismatists, but also investors seeking tangible heritage assets, drawn by the coin's blend of historical context and aesthetic beauty. Prices have trended upward over the last decade, reflecting both the coin's scarcity and the expanding global appreciation for New Zealand's distinctive coinage artistry. Collectors seeking to obtain this coveted coin must rely on expertise, patience, and careful verification. Genuine examples exhibit all the hallmarks of official minting: consistent weight, metallic composition, and die alignment, but lack any mint mark beneath the effigy. Counterfeits and altered coins occasionally appear on the market, so third-party certification is strongly advised. When assessing a coin's quality, focus on sharp relief in the Queen's hair and fine carving details on Pukaki's face, areas that reveal strike clarity. Storage should be handled with professional care. Acid-free holders or airtight capsules stored in low-humidity environments will preserve luster and prevent oxidation. Trusted dealers, major New Zealand auctions, and numismatic associations remain the most reliable sources for authentic examples. What makes the 1989 no mint mark 20-cent coin especially appealing is not only its rarity, but also its embodiment of New Zealand's cultural duality: modern minting precision intertwined with deep Maori heritage. The artistry of Pukaki's carving bridges the ancient and the contemporary, while the technical error of the missing mint mark adds a human touch to industrial perfection. It is this union of symbolism and imperfection that endows the coin with enduring emotional and historical value, turning it into far more than just a piece of metal. It becomes a silent storyteller of an era when the smallest minting anomaly could spark decades of fascination. Ultimately, the 1989 New Zealand 20-cent coin, without a mint mark, stands as one of the most desirable rarities in the nation's decimal coinage. It captures the essence of why people collect coins: the allure of history, the pursuit of beauty, and the joy of uncovering the rare and unexplained. With each passing year, its value as a cultural and financial asset continues to grow, ensuring its place among the true icons of New Zealand numismatics. For both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the field, this coin represents the perfect blend of mystery, artistry, and prestige, a timeless masterpiece forged in error and preserved in legend.